Alright guys, I do apologize. I hope you can hear me once again, and you can see all the action once again. Might even be able to get life totals fixed this time. Bear with me while you watch me add something back in here. It's going to look a little ugly for a sec. There we go. And can we get a life total update to make sure we're
Is he not?
good to go? He might be. Nothing's happened.
Oh, that's 1827.
Alright, so everything's back up and running.
Just don't you?
No,
Mole Drifter gets some damage in on the Venser here. Thanks to those of you who stayed with us through that. Yeah, the land was put back. It's sloppy play because he has been playing Magic for 14, 15 hours or so now. They've been getting pretty goofy out there. I think Shane's been just enjoying and going for the ride. Because he did not play in the main event today. He showed up ready to play at 8 p.m. Still fresh as a daisy. And here is Shane's Consecrated Sphinx. Wow. Tension Sphere off the top for Joe. Alright. Slowly but surely, it looks like we're winding towards a decisive moment here. I'm still liking Joe here in this game. It just seems to have eventuality. Almost approaching Venser Emblem number 2, so we can exile 2 permanents at a time when he casts any spell. It'll be pretty difficult for Shane to come back from that. Though he's been doing a good job trying to fight through it so far. Which makes me want to draft a Boros deck every time I cube. I only got to see what was on camera. There was a bug ramp deck that Brad Mendez played, and we saw Joe, and then we saw turn 2 Kokoshu. Turn 1, he Faithless Looting and dropped Shieldred and Kokoshu into his graveyard. The next turn, Exhume. The following turn, Dance of the Dead. So he had Shieldred and Kokoshu on board. He was using his own removal spells to kill his own Kokoshus to finish his opponent off. It was a pretty cool game to watch there, Game 2 against Shane. But his deck proved too powerful and too consistent over the course of the full match. Yeah, it's going to be for his Nicol Bolas that's actually in hand right now. No, he had no mountains in his main board. That is definitely a sideboard decision for him.
I think he also had a Cascade Bluffs that he drafted.
Yeah, he did pick up Cascade Bluffs. That's going to help him smooth that curve out a little bit. Getting a life total update here.
Swung at Cancer.
Oh, okay, the attacks were Adventure. Never mind. No, he was definitely playing Esper the entire time. Why? Oh, okay, he gets to bounce a permanent with the Riftwing Cloudscape.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if Shane has anything really left that's going to take care of that for him.
Well, Nicol Bolas can blow up the fence.
Yeah, Nicol Bolas seems to be the answer. And until he can get the mana to resolve that, he's going to have a lot of trouble. And Joe carries enough counter spells that by that time Joe may very well have drawn one. Although his Cryptic Command is gone.
If Joe doesn't get a spell and he bounces, he can't exile one of those mana producers.
I do see Future Sight there in Shane's hand. What do you mean by C spells there, bud? Bribery here for Joe. Why again are we fencer embleming lands? I don't know what happened. Okay. Well, we're good to go. Shane's gonna pick it up and we're gonna head into a game 3. So I'm sure everybody's very, very excited about that, unless you're here. Looking to gonna go home and go to bed. The prize payout for this cube draft is first place gets $1,000 store credit for GameCoreOnline.com. Second place gets nothing. Third place, nothing. Fourth place, nothing. No splits were allowed. If any splits are discovered, even down the road, all credit gets destroyed. This was an invitation-only tournament, so there was no entry fee. These players had to win their spots in these events. So each one of these players came in either first place, except for Brad Mendez, who drafted today. He was voted in on our live stream today during the standard event. He won the vote by a margin of 2 or 3. And Joe Warren actually did not get first place in an event here for this spot, but we had Shane Kelly on the right, got first place at 2 events, which left an open spot in the roster. So we took the highest 2 finishing players from today's main event, which was first place and third place. Third place was Joe Warren. The standard event gave away 5 Moxes and 3 dual lands to the top 8. It's well over $4,000 worth of prizes handed out to the players at the tournaments here today. I don't know what the Legacy event prizes were off the top of my head. If you check out our Facebook page and you look at the past events, though, you will be able to find that probably pretty quickly. It was no more than a few months ago, I don't believe. Yeah, I'm sure Jimmy Ray was at the event, so feel free to ask him. He might have some pretty good recollection. That's actually the one event I have not commentated here for the store, the only one. So some fast-paced magic between these two gentlemen as they play lands, do nothing, say go. Looks like a Riftwing Cloudskate gets suspended for Joe. Yeah, for all of these games, they've chosen draws. I believe the same went for first and second game, too. I think I might have blacked out somewhere since the start of the first game, so maybe that was who won the die roll. Vendilion Clique is looking to get some big value early, and it looks like it's going to eat a remand here. Although, just the Swords to Plowshares. I believe that makes Joe go up 3 life here. Gotta get these life totals updated for you guys. My apologies. Yeah, I think he did miss another trigger here. Into the Royal. It's going to get remanded. And I think before that remand, there was 5 cards in Shane's hand, since somebody asked. Day of Judgment to draw there for Shane. Shane's going to very likely get a Consecrated Sphinx to land here. Future Sight's the draw for Shane, or the play for Shane, I should say. He's leaving up counter magic mana that I don't know he has. But he's got a Muldrifter next turn, and I don't think he does have it. So Joe uses Into the Royal with Kicker to take Shane off of his mana draw. Or I'm sorry, his mana artifact. Okay, so Venser's going to blink Riftwing Cloudskate, bounce more mana producers to Shane's hand, and Joe may be onto something here. Shane's got a million cards in hand, and never has it been such a bad thing since Joe's put so many of them there since his last turn. Need some Stonehorn Dignitary in this cube. Got an attack here by Joe. Exciting to get some damage done this early. I think Joe has a Cryptic Command in his hand now. It's really going to help him protect anything Shane tries to do to fight the Venser lock. And Muldrifter is the choice here for Shane. Interesting choice. I think it's 18 on life for Shane. And we're looking at a Venser emblem next turn if Shane's not able to do anything about it. Shane is now down to 14 life. Woke up my life total spotters here. Really looks like Joe's going to be in a position to take this down, even with the sloppy play from being an hour 15 of playing Magic today. Yeah, easily the best, most powerful card in the matchup, and not one we really listed as something that we thought was had much of a chance to really impact the game state. Considering we were looking at the Sword of Fire and Ice as kind of the finisher that Joe needed. We're about to see that Venser emblem one more time. Correct me if I'm wrong, but there is nothing in play for him to exile right now. Yeah, that's correct that it cannot hit lands, right? Hold on one sec. All right, I'm getting tired too. I thought it was earlier we had that problem, so don't worry about it. I do apologize. Must have been something else. I really thought it did. I thought I was getting tired before. But yeah, this should just about do it then. Okay. Oh, he clicked the land out of his hand? I gotcha. You guys get to pay so much more attention than me when you sneak in at 11 p.m. Well, I'm one of the bluest of blue mages. I love the modern format, and I've got to tell you, I would not have made that connection. I think I probably would have just thought I could click anything I wanted out of his hand. It probably doesn't come up too often. So now we've got 14 to 26 as the life totals here. And it looks like Sower there. All right, well, Shane scoops it up. Congratulations to Joe Warren and Vencer the Sojourner for taking down this finals match and winning Joe $1,000 in store credit. Congratulations and thank you go to everybody involved in this tournament today.